Hi, friends. It's Becky Davidson, and I am coming in to do a little presentation in here, Pitch Perfect Sales Conversation. And we are going to talk about questions. Questions are the answer. You'll probably have heard me talk about that or say that line, questions are the answer. And truly, in sales, if you can get this one thing right, questions truly are the answer. When I was new in sales, I really struggled with that because I asked a couple questions. I knew I had to ask a couple questions, but I really didn't like to dig too deep. I think that I was afraid if I asked questions, they would derail my presentation, or maybe they would start, coming up with things that I couldn't answer. And so I just kind of freaked out and didn't ask a lot of really good questions. And after I went through the Dale Carnegie sales course and they actually taught me how to ask great questions, it was a game changer for me. And of course, I've evolved since then. And so whether you are doing a presentation to 10, 15 people, or you're doing a one-on-one presentation, questions are the answer because I use questions even in my workshops. I'll ask questions like, hey guys, got a question. Which would you rather do X or Y? Or who's here that wants this? So people were trained to respond to questions. We're trained to answer them. Even if we don't verbally say it, we're answering it in our head. And so we lead conversations with questions. The person asking the questions is leading the conversation. So I want to teach you how to use questions to lead a pitch perfect sales conversation. Now, I'm not interjecting or implanting the objections, because one of the things that I'm going to teach you how to do is weave objections and answering objections into your presentation. But we're not talking about that today. But we are going to talk about the attention, interest, conviction, desire, and decision. There's 4 phases. You're going to hear me talk a lot about that. But the first thing I want you to think about is the pre-call strategy. So I have a questionnaire. I think it's posted in here. Definitely print it off and use this before you go on a call. I don't use the questionnaire before I go on a call because I do it naturally. I've been doing it so long, I just naturally do it. I think through these things. So these are the things to think through. What might their needs or wants be? What do I think their hot button is going to be? Maybe when I was selling restaurants, was with celebration marketing and I was selling to restaurants. Maybe I knew that they had a lot of competition in the area, and maybe I knew that their business wasn't growing as fast. So I knew that might be a hot button, like, hey, you're kind of off the beaten path. You have a lot of competition. What if we could drive in more traffic? So if I know some of those things, think that through. If I was calling on someone that maybe, when I sold weight loss, that was trying to lose weight, I would think like, okay, she's probably struggled. She's probably tried a lot of different things. I have to come and create an action plan or a plan for her that she feels confident in, because she's probably tried a million things in her life. So how can I communicate that to her? So you have to know what those hot buttons, what those concerns might be, which is the second one. What concerns and objections might you have, so that you can intercept them the best you can. We'll talk about celebration marketing again. When I reached out and started talking to Jane, I knew that one of her concerns might be that they have dealers. They're independent dealers. They're not the boss of them. They don't typically spend a lot of money on sales training. So, how might I present to that concern or objection, overcome it? What would be my plan? And so, always know what the concerns or objections might be. It might be money. That's a common one. You know that. So, maybe it's, hey, I've got a solution for that. I've got some, you know, um, a payment plan or some type of a way to make it affordable to people. Number 3, know what the 6 most important questions you want to ask. When I was newer, and sometimes I still do this, if there's important questions I really want to make sure I ask, I'll write them down. Now I have a questionnaire that I use on every appointment so I don't forget to ask important questions. They move the conversation in the way that you want, because when you ask the right question, you're going to get the right answer, and the right answer leads you to what the outcome is that you want. And it makes you much more professional when you ask great questions. It's like going to the doctor. You don't walk into the doctor's office and they prescribe you something. They ask you questions. Well, does it hurt here? When does it hurt? Does it hurt, at night or during the day after you eat certain foods? They're going to ask questions to basically diagnose a solution. And so we're doing the same thing. Number four, what small decision making questions can I ask? This is so powerful, especially when you get towards the end, the second half of your presentation. You have to know what decision making questions. Do you prefer this color or that color? Do you want to start on a Monday or a Friday? What foods are most important to you? Ask those little small decision making questions. Basically, they're building out their plan when you do that. So you have to really sit down and kind of map that out ahead of time. And if you're struggling with some of these type of questions, I am planning on doing a Zoom, a group Zoom where we can go through it and you can throw some ideas or throw your industry out and I can help you come up with questions. And if you are a one-on-one coaching client, feel free to book an appointment and we can go through these questions together. Number five, what success story or transformation can you share? So, of course, you want to have that prepared. You want to know validation is huge. So, I always use validation. And one little tip for you that I have found that works great, I've also started with new companies that I didn't have any success stories. I was brand new. So, I piggybacked on other people's success stories. What we found is, or what our company, or we've had a lot of success with this. When we got bought out by a weight loss company, and I was selling weight loss. Well, I hadn't sold it. I didn't have any transformations, but the company did. So I shared their transformations and I used them like we have had this experience. We've had this success. We've had a lot of success. We've had so many success stories. Check out John, check out Mary. When I've sold celebration marketing. Hey, oh my gosh, we had this restaurant, we had that business, we had that insurance company. So as the team, you can absorb all of those success stories. Or in our industry, if you're a life coach, for example, you can say typically in life coaching, this is the type of results we've had. These are the type of stories I've heard. These are the type of successes we've had. So you always want to come with some type of success story or transformation, even if it's just your own or something in your industry or something in your company or community. Number six, what is the value proposition of working with me, with you? Why should someone work with you? What sets you apart? You really need to think this through. And I think it's so powerful. I know whenever I've sold anything, many of the last companies I've been in, as I did my presentation, I would come to the end. I say, you get this and you get that. And the benefit of this is you get this and you get that. But you get all of those great things I just shared with you, but you also get me. And the value of working with me is boom, 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 boom. And I would outline it because I am an important piece of the equation because I'm a referral partner. I'm a connector. I'm a person in the community. I love seeing my people win. I give more value than the average person. So what sets you apart? Number seven, what plans or options do I feel might be the most value? Think ahead. What am I planning to present? What do I think might be the best option? Now, it's not set in stone till we talk, but I want to at least have an idea of what I might suggest. I typically know that I want to lead with my one-on-one coaching ideally. But if that doesn't work, I have these other backup plans. And lastly, what can I do to create sense of urgency? I always think this one through. So you're going to get to the end. And what's the most common objection you get? Oh, let me think about it. That looks good. And you want to have a plan in place to create sense of urgency. And Christina, she's one of my clients. I remember meeting with her and I knew that she was interested. I already knew she was interested. I knew it was going to be a good call, but I also knew that, a lot of times people want to think about it. So I said, here's my price point is X, but I'm doing a 3-month package that is going to, and I gave a really good price to commit to 3 months. Guess what? She is, oh, I definitely want to do that. And you can say, hey, I have a 48-hour special. I have a 24-hour special. I'm doing a special promotion. My pricing is just about to go up. Whatever you have to do, have some type of a system. Or if you get started today, I'm going to throw in this, or we can, I know sometimes people have deadlines. You can use deadlines. I mean, there's all sorts of things that you can use, but think it through. If you can, come up with some type of sense of urgency. Okay, so now we go to the presentation: attention, interest, conviction, desire, decision. The attention phase, when you start your presentation, is going to be pretty quick. You're just trying to get there. If they're doing paperwork, yelling at the kids, doing whatever, you just want to get their attention on you. So it just starts with the building report. How's your day? Tell me about your background. What's going on? Just get them off their work or off what they were on. Just get their attention to you. It doesn't have to be super long. Don't spend a lot of time here. Yeah, big warning. I have had reps that I've gone out with that they yik yak and talk and talk and talk. They spend 15, 20 minutes chit chatting. And then all of a sudden, oh my gosh, I just got a delivery. I got to run. And it's like, man, we could have been selling. So do it. Yeah, I mean, less than 5 minutes, seriously, in that phase. Then we go into the interest phase. Now, a lot of times by this point, you've already confirmed that they have some interest. That's why they're meeting with you. But confirm that. We want them to say it again, that yes, we want to validate that you have interest, you want to qualify them, and you want to set the buying atmosphere. So a couple of questions that you could ask during this phase is, what is the most important thing you want to learn today? Hey, what do you want to learn today? Tell me why we were meeting. What would you like to know today? So that these are really open-ended, broad questions. This gets them talking. The more they are talking, the more potential you have that they're going to tell you exactly why they want your product and service. So these are really important questions. So you're at the place. You're at a place where you want to grow your business, add more new customers. So this is a qualifying question. Are you at a place? Not a statement. I have to rewrite that. Are you at a place where you would like to, hey, John, oh my gosh, let me ask you this. Are you at a place where you want to grow your business? Are you at a place where you would like to add more new customers every month? Are you at a place where you're ready to lose some weight? Are you at a place where you want to increase your energy? Great. I'm so excited to meet with you. Are you at a place where you want your online presence optimized and done quickly and easily for you? And when they say yes, great. This is where we're setting the buying atmosphere. And the little question is right at the end, just to validate that they're on track with me. But after they say yes to that qualifying question, great. What I want to do today is learn a little bit about you, share a little bit about what I do, some of my solutions, put in whatever you use. I want to share with you how I can grow your business, how I can grow your revenue, how I can attract more customers, how I can always share the result. I want to help you because they don't want to buy the website. They want more visibility. They want more people seeing them, more people converting. They want to lose weight. They don't want the weight loss product. They want to be skinny again. I am share a little bit how I can help you get your sexy back, get your body back, get your health back, get your energy back, grow your business. Whatever that solution is, put it in that little quotation. Does that sound and show how we can do that and see what might be a good fit. Which of our programs might be a good fit for you? Does that sound good? So I'm basically saying, hey, great. I'm looking forward to learning about you, sharing what we do, providing some solutions, and see what might be a good fit. Might be a good fit. Does that sound good to you? And let them answer, oh, yeah, that sounds good. So now when you say that, you're letting them know that you are going to be sharing a solution with them and seeing what might be a good fit. What might be a good fit is decision making, code word for decision. So it's all in the words. It's all in the words. It sounds very non-threatening. Hey, does that sound good? Is that cool with you? So just be real relaxed with it so it doesn't feel pushy or salesy. And then we go into the conviction phase. And this is the facts, the benefits. This would be where you would infuse your objection handling in there. I always say it's better if there's only typically 3 or 4 objections. You're going to get them over and over again. If you know you're going to get them, you can weave them into your presentation. I can totally teach you how to do this. But these are all about the questions and some of the questions that you're going to talk about and utilize through the presentation through the place where you're going to be explaining what you do, how you do it, and the value of all the pieces of what you do. But you want to lead with questions. So you start with exploratory questions. So let me ask you this. How do you currently handle? How do you feel about this? Have you used coaching in the past? Tell me how your growth is going. What are you utilizing to grow your business? What are you currently using to convert sales more easily? These are open-ended questions. This helps get them talking to see where they are currently at. How do you feel about marketing? How do you feel? Have you ever tried this type of service? So asking really good exploratory questions. How is it working for you? I know that you've done a lot of advertising in the past. How's your advertising working? What do you like best? What would you like to fix? What would be the ideal system or strategy? What would you do you feel would be a great solution to help you grow your business or help you have more confidence in what you're doing? Help you, what would you like to see happen with a great weight loss system? What are the most important, components of a weight loss program? Hey, for me, it's eating great food, not having to exercise too terribly much. What's important to you? So you're just really digging into where they're at and what they're currently using, what they would feel like is an ideal solution, and maybe what they like, what they don't like. What would you like to fix or change? Okay, so those are all exploratory questions. I think you can get that. You can brainstorm with yourself on how to kind of incorporate that into your industry. And then payout questions. Those are, hey, if we were able to fix that, how would that feel? How would you feel if you were able to get that rid of that weight? How would you feel if we were able to add, 10 new customers a month to your business? I bet that would feel really pretty good. How would you feel if you had more energy every single day and you were able to play with your grandkids? I know I see the pictures. I see you mentioned your little baby is getting big and you want to go out and play softball with him. How would it feel to be able to run and play again and your knees didn't hurt? So whatever it is, you're painting a vision for them and you're asking a payout question. You're trying to get them, you're here, you're at this pain point. If we can solve it, we're going to be here. And you're painting that vision of how that will feel and look. And how would that feel? What would you think of that? Would that be valuable to you? Would you like that? Would that be important to you? I think for me, and sometimes if you feel uncomfortable directly asking that, you can say, hey, I work with a lot of customers that are here where they're at. And when we work with them, they're here, kind of painting that vision, and they love it. I don't know if that would feel good to you, but my clients love it when they can all of a sudden get out and run and play with their kids. I don't know about you. And pause and they go, oh yeah, that would be awesome. The point is you want them to say yes. A lot of little yeses. That would be great. I would like it. That would be super. Fantastic. Yes, 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 yes. I'm interested. Yes. I need it. Yes. That would be awesome. Yes. You're asking those little nail down questions, confirming questions. Okay. Next one. Those were the payout. Next ones are confirming questions. And I just kind of mentioned this, but I use this a lot. Most of my clients, what they have found is by doing X, Y, and Z, they were able to do, ABC, and they felt great. Can you relate to that? Would that be awesome to you? I'm confirming that they would like to be that same scenario. Being able to grow your business on autopilot would be cool, wouldn't it? Little nail downs. You're just getting them to say yes, that would be awesome. These are kind of like the payout questions, but just confirming that yes, 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 yes. I don't know about you, but being able to grow my business faster would be a good thing. Yes, yes, it would be a good thing. Who here would you like to? If I could help you, would that be a good thing? If we were able to make this happen, if we could show up on your customer's doorstep every month and we gave you a competitive edge, you want a competitive edge, right? So just being really good at asking those questions and getting them, to make sure that yes, that would be valuable. Yes, that is important to me. Because at any time, if it's not if valuable or if it's not important, we need to back up because we're not on the right track. If they can't say yes to some of those things, but if we diagnose really well, ask the good questions in the front end, we know this is what they want. We know this is what they need. And so as we share, you can share, hey, my website does X, Y, and Z. It shows up, it has SEO, it does this. The value of that is it helps you get more visibility, attract more customers, and gives you a competitive edge over your competition. I would imagine having competitive edge is something that would be of value to you, or most of my clients feel that having a competitive edge is super huge. Would that be valuable to you? And just making sure, yes, that would be valuable. Okay, the next one, small decision making questions. This is my favorite. As you get closer to the close, and they've said yes, I could use that. Yes, that makes sense. Oh gosh, I love that. Yes, 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 yes. Now we're getting to the decision making point. This is where people start to get a little nervous or scared. Oh no, I have to close them. What am I going to say to close them? Do I say, okay, are you ready to buy? Because that feels very awkward. I'll be honest, I don't close that many people. I present, I answer questions, I lead with questions. And by the time we get to the end, they're like, hey, I think I want to do this, or which one would you recommend? They're making decisions. I mean, the decision is kind of already made. And that's what I want to help you guys have is the customer closing you. So minor point closing trial, some they used to call it trial close, but you're basically taking small little minor points, and they're making small little bite-sized decisions. Would you like to do this or that? Would you like your website? If we were to work together, and you can throw that in your head. Hey, if we were going to work together, do you think you would want your website just to have 5 pages or 7 pages? Do you think you would want it to be optimized for restaurants and hotels, or just you want to focus on optimizing it for restaurants? Ask, hey, I see that your colors are this and that. Do you want to go with your primary colors, or do you want to have a palette of 6 colors? So asking those little point questions. Let's talk about weight loss. Hey, if you want to lose weight, are you wanting you wanting to do it fast? You want to do it slow? Do you want to incorporate shakes or meal planning, meal prepping? What's most important to you? So helping them make little bite-sized decision. What foods are you like? Hey, I can't do without this one food. Which food? Let me see. And write these decisions down. Okay, so we got to have pizza. It has to be in the plan, right? Okay, and do you want to check in? Hey, I typically check in with my clients. You want to check in on a Monday or Friday? Which is the best day to? So we do cleanse days. What days do you think you'd like to do a cleanse day? So you're asking those little decision making questions, and when they do that, they're basically building their solution themselves. So they're deciding all the points. I know one of my, because when I used to sell marketing, I had to, had an agreement. So do you want me to do it by credit card, or should we do it by check? So you can ask those questions. Do you want to get started on a Monday or a Friday? Do you want to, do you want me to do the optimization, or do you want to have your assistant in on it with us? So when you get down to that, when they start answering those questions, it's just a question of, hey, how do you want to pay? What's our next step? Let's go. So those are a lot of, I mean, there's a lot more you can brainstorm with yourself, but I hope this helped to at least give you some ideas on some of those kind of questions that you can use throughout. And of course, then you just sign them up and get them going. And I will be doing another video on the desire phase, which is really painting the vision, and on objection. I'll probably lump those two together. But I hope this helps you guys, and you guys have a great day. Talk to you soon.